Earlier this week, Rob Manfred was in the Phillies locker room talking about, just, I don't know what he was doing there, to be honest, but he said something about, we're thinking about adding a salary cap. And I think Bryce Harper overheard that and told him to get the fuck out of the clubhouse. Now, maybe I got baseball centraled here, but I did see it reported a couple places about that he was just like, you get the fuck out. And with the Players Association agreement or whatever it's called coming up in a couple years,
the
CBA, there's a great chance because the owners want a salary cap and the owners want they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll do a salary floor if you give us a salary cap. The players obviously don't want that because they want to get paid what they're deserved and what they think they're owed. What I agree with what they're owed, and they bring these assholes so much money that it's millionaires versus billionaires. I fear a 2027 lockout, and I think it's going to be pretty down and dirty and rough. We may not get baseball in 2027, I don't know if it's up in 2027 or it's up after the 2027 season, but, with how angry the players would be about this, with the owners trying to put a salary cap, it definitely feels like lockout territory.
Brian, you missed an important detail in this as well, which I just found. Manfred, sources said, responded that he was not going to get the fuck out of here, and saying it was important to talk about threats to MLB's business and ways to grow the game, which, by the way, incredibly political answer. I'm not going to get the fuck out of here, but I do want to talk about some threats to our business, the synergies in our business. Great commissioner answer. Rob Manfred, piece of shit, well-known piece of shit. He actually, again, he does not want you to watch baseball. He gets mad every time you turn on a baseball game. He's like, I wish I could block that the fuck out. This has been brewing for a second just because I think the owners, MLB has a problem with owners, and I don't know enough about hockey to say it. Maybe some basketball, but where owners actively don't give a shit about their team, even the bad teams in the NFL, you'll see them try in some capacity. The owners, they're not gonna, I don't know, move the needle, but they will pretend to try. Whereas you have the Athletics, you have the Pirates, the Pirates are saying sell the team at this point. The Rockies, you have so many organizations saying
White Sox.
Yeah. I mean, the White Sox, for the past couple of years, don't give a shit. I mean, they're better than they were last year, but that's not to say
still ass.
Yeah. You have this problem continually where you see owners who get into the game of buying a baseball team just to have a baseball team, and there's no long-term plan or ideas or no want to change the team for the better. You have the Steinbrenners. I think the Steinbrenners still in the Yankees. You have the guys who actually care, the teams that actually care. But those teams also want to save money, and they probably would I don't know if they'd even pay a playing field. They probably wouldn't, but the owners are always going to back the owners up. It's the Jerry Jones agenda, where Jerry Jones is the owner's owner. He will always stand with the owners no matter what. He is, he's just the worst. He's just the worst.
So, listen, we hate commissioners. Just in a general sense, we hate commissioners. It's just, we do. They're doing their job, which is, I'm going to go be the punching bag, and I'm going to be the distraction. I'm the problem, so that my billionaire owners who pay my salary don't get blamed for a lot of the time. Now, they're stupid to think that works, and Manfred and Goodell are the two top of the chain worst about it. They're going to listen to their billionaire bosses because who signs their checks? In the end of it, who signs their checks?
Well, also
they don't, but you know what I mean.
There's maybe a class discussion here as well, and this is a Dumb Sports Club podcast for the record, but where Manfred wants to see himself and Goodell as well as part of that billionaire class, where they've been schmoozed with them so often that they almost believe they are part of them. They are them when they're not. They're say what you want about Roger Goodell's net worth. He's not Jerry Jones. He just never will be. He's not Stan Kroenke. He just never will be. He's not Shad Khan. Never will be. That's okay.
He's not even Cal McCare.
He's not even Cal McNair.
I say that shit. Fuck. No, got it.
I say that with all love to Cal McNair as well. Like,
I love that, man. The story about him being walked in upon by like top brass of the Texans, and this is when his dad was still alive and running the show, and he was sitting on his floor playing Mario Kart of his office. King shit.
Exactly
King
what
shit.
I do. What I do as well. But I think they maybe think they're part of that class to where they no longer have the empathy or the understanding of like the employees. And again, this is a whole like long-term class discussion about how players see themselves, how owners see themselves, and how commissioners interact with those two. At the same time, like Rob Manfred, well-known piece of shit. Again, he does not want you to watch baseball. He gets mad every time someone in Cleveland turns on a Royals game. He just can't stand that.
How dare they fucking watch this sport?
Why the fuck do they want to watch baseball? Don't watch baseball.
You know what? I'm going to shorten it so that you watch less.
Watch less, and I'm going to put more ads on shirts as well. Which is not his call, but still, I'm going to blame him for it.
No, this is what we're talking about. This is what the commissioner role is. All those things. He didn't sit there in a room go, executive order. This is happening now. He's a punching bag. And that's what he's paid to do. He's paid to be a mouthpiece to everyone else that's fucking up. Now, I'm sure he has a vote or a say in there a little bit, but he's how conspiracy do you want to go? He's the president of it with the secret cabal behind the sealed door, and they're all sitting around a table, and for some reason, no lights work, and all you can see is their hands as they talk menacingly around a desk about how they really control baseball, and that they're going to sap baseball fans of all of their money, and more ads, less ball.
Someone just need to remake Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, but it's just baseball, and it's trying to make the game less fun to watch. That's the entire conspiracy. It's just, Rob Manfred and Rube jacking off to the fact that he can get less ad revenue for the entire time and still make the billionaires tons of money, which is why he wants a salary cap, huh?
They're still watching. Get rid of the bats. They have to hit with their forearm.
No, get rid of home runs. Home runs no longer exist. It's gonna be like cricket. It's not. It's actually cricket's kind of the big deal. You get to. It's a whole different sport.
You hit it over the fence. You're out.
Yeah, it's a Savannah Bananas game. That's a new rule they implement. I say that as a non-hater.
I like that.
But there's also I think Pablo Torre talked about this with someone. Again, I'm starting to get in that podcast, so I don't know the names. My apologies, Pablo Torre guest. Where it was talking about how the front office of the Marlins rarely ever went against the commissioner, and never went against a guiding committee, ever from the commissioner's office. And it's not what's done. It's not how business is done in MLB or any sport. You don't go against the commissioner. As the commissioner really is just the owners, and the owners, they're the ones who have all the money. And you don't fuck with the money, which is the rule in every facet of your life. Don't fuck with the money and you'll be fine. If you don't want to go to jail for 100 years, don't fuck with money. You can murder anyone you want. You can get away 25 years. If you fuck with the money, you're going away.
Don't fuck with the money. Don't put baby in a corner. Any other rules I need to fucking follow?
I was going to say the Fight Club, but that's so fucking lame. So
don't speak about baseball. That's Rob Manfred. First rule about being a baseball commissioner is don't talk about baseball.
We don't want baseball. Dang.
At the fucking end of the movie, instead of all the buildings collapsing, it's a bunch of Rob Manfred's standing in front of a whole bunch of screens, and it's all the stadiums and fields being demolished one after another. And he's just yeah, we did it.
Or it's he's a ratings, it's a ratings thing, and it just keeps going down. He's perfect. This is what I wanted the entire time.
Yeah.
Huh? Mwah.
Turns out he's just a secret cricket fan, and this was his plan, where he just wants to crash baseball into the ground, and he's just no more baseball. No, look at crickets.
Look, would you like 6?
Which, by the way, no shot at cricket. Cricket's entertaining.
No.